Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. When we last left off, we had explored around the Hollowlands and ended up solving some issues that seemed to be popping up around the mining operations here. Which, unfortunately, those things just never seem to end. Because, well, yes, we have, wait, did I load the wrong save? Oh, okay. So why is that showing like I haven't looked at it yet? It's weird. Okay, anyway, oh no, wait, no, yeah, no, I hadn't done this already. Okay, yeah. I forgot which lore stones we'd done, which ones we hadn't.
The land flourished under her gentle plumes. As life returned to the burnt expanse, the people crawled from their caves and saw a majestic silhouette against the open sky. They praised Saina and worshipped her likeness. She replied with a call that still echoes on the wind.
Yeah, we also didn't find all the lore stones. But yeah, as I was saying, still seem to be some problems going around, and the gnomes in charge of the mining seem to think this guy is to blame. So, let's have a conversation, shall we?
What are you here for, Bartle? I'll not suffer another child of dust. I've had enough of your lot. Especially those of you calling yourselves Edgar Aaron.
Ed, you're the other mining operation owner here, what?
I lent him my relic when he asked for help extracting resources from the ground. I believed I was aiding a friend. But Edgar Aaron deviated from his purpose. The plight of Orenda and the attack of the Krurak on the mortal camp perplexed me. I know now that Edgar caused them with my relic. If you wish to free the mortals from their predicament, you must seek out Edgar Aaron and take back the relic. With it in hand, speak to the miners to break the spell.
Okay, where is he now?
He has fled to his mine. If you truly wish to save the little mortals wandering the sands, you must retrieve my relic from him. You would do well to bring it back to me as well, when you have claimed it. It is a powerful relic, and could do much harm in the wrong hands.
Well, clearly, look at what this dude's already done with it. So, I guess we need to go to Aaron's mine then. Hopefully not locked anymore. Otherwise we might have hit a bit of an impasse on this. And behold, the door was unlocked. Alright, so Aaron Excavation's mine. Scaling here is levels 10 to 23. Ow. Also, there are traps. I should have probably paid more attention to that. I just needed to get those, mushrooms. It's good for the alchemy and all that. It's actually a very short little dungeon. I'm not even sure if it really should qualify as a dungeon. But whether it should qualify as one, it is considered one from a mechanical standpoint. And there's the man himself. Now, an interesting thing with this. Okay, well, you can do this in theory, but considering he's like facing forward, I'm not trying to pull it off. Because of course you need to get the relic from him, and of course he's not going to be too happy to give it to you. You can actually just pickpocket the item off of him, and he will. Well, let's see how it goes if you do it the normal way.
You found me, stranger. Been speaking to Calavar, have you? You've been putting out fires from motors all over the place, I hear. What can I do for you this time?
Why harm the miners? Clearly the relic you have acquired is doing this. I mean, it did the other stuff from the sound of things.
You've spoken to the Fae, I presume. I thought I saw you scaling that cliff. He wasn't lying. I wanted motors gone. But I never meant to take it this far. If he just packed up his damn operation, nobody would have been harmed.
So did you cause the Kurdok attacks too?
I did. With this little stone Calavar gave me, simply thinking a thing makes a wild Fae do it. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep out Bloodbane from falling for your brownie bait.
And Araned, the other Fae, her light, rock, whatever.
Calavar told me all about it, and how detrimental it would be if it were taken. Then I just had to tell a couple of gullible cutthroats about this incredibly valuable Fade relic buried in Shadowthorn Hollow.
Dude, just give me the relic, okay?
Perhaps there is merit in cooperating with you. You kill Croddock and spelunk Fey Hollows for a living, after all. But if Motus doesn't leave the Hollowlands, I'm finished. There's no turning back for me. Kill this pest, boys!
Oh no, sprites, whatever will I do? You know what, screw it, I don't feel like putting an effort. We're just gonna do the thing. Alright, and let's go with you. You see the kind of power you're messing with, buddy? Now turn over the relic.
Please, spare me. I was just trying to make a living here. Success should have been mine. I started my operation long before Motus ever arrived. My workers have abandoned me, and I haven't made a single coin from this place. This was all I could do to reclaim what once belonged to me. You understand, don't you?
Just hand over the relic. We'll let this all end.
Fine. It's yours. Damn thing never did me any good anyway. I'm sure the Odessan Praetorians won't be far behind me now that the word's out. I won't be here when you return.
It's probably healthier for you, but I kind of don't care. But yeah, as far as the ways that you can finish that mission, all you need to do really is get that relic. So if you happen to get the relic in a way that you don't trigger the fight, which actually isn't possible, because you can pickpocket the relic from, what's the name there? Ooh, Luiten's gauntlets. I mean, might, so we're not going to be able to use them right now, but let's see. Assembled from the dead of Rathier's Raven Guard, restored in blood and gold by the hands workshop in tribute to Rathier's defenders. That description sounds familiar. Luiten's gauntlets. I don't need those. No. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of like failed recording. Something went there. I don't know. Either way, but yeah, you can actually pickpocket the thing from him. Though when he does that, he gets startled. Somehow, still summons those sprites to attack you and runs off. So it doesn't change much unless, well, you don't get the opportunity to kill him. But I just didn't feel like it. He was a man down on his luck who made some really bad decisions, and you know, the law's going to catch up with him eventually, I'm sure. In the meantime, though, we need to go deal with some poor miners who are like tripping balls right now or something, I guess. I don't know. Not quite sure what this relic has done to them, but it's probably not good. And as we wander through the desert, where we pretty much killed all the random encounters, and there we go. There's our first person to heal.
By the moon, where are these gazelles coming from? What was I saying?
All right, so he was hallucinating gazelles for some reason. That's random. Actually, wait, there's one of them guy up on the hill here. Whoops. Ah, there he is.
Reginald, what do we do? The house is aflame! The house is aflame! What? Where is this? By my beard, how did I get so far into the desert?
You don't really have much of... I don't know, do mutton chops count as a beard? Like, you know, that old, by my beard. First of all, you're gnomes, not dwarves. And second of all, you don't have a beard, you have mutton chops. Unless mutton chops count as a beard. In which case, yeah.
Where do you think you're going with my pickaxe, you wretch? Where is this? I promise this is the last time I partake in Datrian ale.
That must be some good stuff if your conclusion to, I was out in the middle of the desert and I don't know why and I was having some crazy hallucinations. Whoa, that booze was good. I am both terrified and intrigued by this. Oh, wait, where is... Oh, there he is. There's a guy on the map. Where...
I've never noticed how close the ground is to the sky. I mean, I do now. It's a mistake I'll never make again. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, dear me, I have to go.
And yeah, this is not actually the... Well, this is the pathway to Minter, but... Ow. But that pathway doesn't actually start until well after I thought it did. There's a section of the Red Sands here, Hollowlands, that we haven't actually explored yet. And it's amazing by the fact that there are random encounters or just random trash mob enemies that want to kill us. Cloud Crest, which, if there's supposed to be a door to something, it looks pretty closed up if you ask me. But with a name like Cloud Crest, it sounds pretty important, doesn't it?
I could swear there was a lake here a moment ago.
What? What happened? What in blazes is this?
Alright, cool. By the way, another lore stone.
Heard the call, and looking down upon the desert, grew irritated. His mighty works were undone, and his brilliance spurned. He called Freka to his side, and implored the fiery god to strike Saina from the skies. Freka agreed, but as Saina was too strong, he asked Helios to lend him some of his fire as well. So Helios gave Freka the flames of the sun.
Okay. And what did Freycor do with the flames of the sun to aid in defeating that bird? Alright, and that was all the... Yes, that was. So let's head back to the mining outpost. That's step 1. Talk to this dude.
Well, it looks like everyone's back or on their way. We're in your debt once more. Edgar's facilities are vacant now. They're yours if you want them. They were never particularly profitable once his miners left him. But in the right hands, a few of the miners feel so indebted to you, they'd like to work there for you, if you'll have them. You should visit the mine when you have a chance.
Cool. We own a mine. Also, we not only own a mine, but we own... a new home. Cold spike. Let's see. Ice damage. The variety and extravagance of the enchantments link this staff to the most ancient traditional Fey workshops in the Court of Winter. 1 point less damage. But... well, yeah, that's that 107 is before, so it actually does more damage overall. I mean, we're bleeding very heavily onto ice damage right now, but that could work out still. Yeah, no, not worth taking it. Shaped stone. Okay. Yeah, this place has seen better days, that's for sure. But if it's anything like the other house, I'm sure I can pay someone to spruce it up for me. Chasing the snake tail. The scholarly text describing the gnome construction of the city of Edessa and the role Tyrrhenium mining played in the collapse of Apotyre. That sounds like an interesting read. A History of Gnome Exploitation in Apotyre by Oddworld by Nothus. Introduction. When I set about the monumental task of chronicling the tragic history of Apotyre, a windswept, burnt, and desolate land, one of broken backs and broken hearts, I knew that the tale ahead of me was not one of lords and ladies, kings and queens. No, the story of Apotyre is a tale told in the trenches, excavated from the deepest mines where the shadows never sleep and the men are buried in their pickaxes beside them, or buried with their pickaxes beside them. It is a story as harsh as the land spawned it, or the land that spawned it. 1. Hail Tyrrhenium. Tyrrhenium, its fine violet splendor is familiar to us all, sparkling from the fine picture frames and jewelry boxes of our homes, glowing in the amulets and the grand statuary of Edessa's great halls. What many forget is that the ore known to the men who mined it as volatile flash is a recent discovery. Less than a century has passed since the first scholars of the ancient Gnome Academy led their exploration cruise to the vast waste of Apotyre, following an unseen magical aura to an overlook on the Snaketail River. Much has been made of the importance of Tyrrhenium in the construction of Edessa, but since its discovery, the precious stone ore has become even more synonymous with the philosophical notions of beauty over substance, price over true worth, and most importantly, the plight of the poor against the powerful. Every piece of Tyrrhenium carries with it a legacy of agony that began in the sands of Apotyre. The first ever mention of Tyrrhenium was in the published works of scholar Josun, a quiet, headstrong gnome who would go on to sit on the founding council of Edessa's own Baliska Nostrum, and who acted as the inaugural research fellow for the Motus mining interest. In his description of the first wells dug in the region of Apotyre, Josun makes several passing remarks about a pleasant reflective stone, perhaps a metal, that appears to glitter like the scales of a snake. He was of course referring to the unrefined Tyrrhenium, which also known as Terek, which in the early days of Edessa's creation was disposed of in large poisonous drainage pits in the efforts to reach deeper for the greatest gray stone that was sought for basic masonry and construction. Not even the gnomes of the Academy could have guessed that this useless byproduct would turn in the world on its ear and go on to become the most precious natural resource in the known history. The great Tyrrhenium boom was about to begin. Interesting. We got a bed, more like a blanket roll on the ground, but whatever. And a new stash within which we can store we can store some things. There's still some stuff that just for some reason will not let us put into the storage box. I also might have way too many repair kits. It's a possibility. Alright. So let's, for the moment, go ahead and return the relic back to that Fey dude there. And then you might have noticed he had a quest marker over his head for a new quest line. You can't actually do it while this quest is going on, and doing it before this quest can cause other quests to glitch out. So we're going to do that now.
I shall relieve you of the relic. For a mortal, you are remarkable. I can see something lingering in your eyes, something fey. It is both fascinating and perplexing. But, as you mortals say, the dust has settled. This region was on the verge of catastrophe, thanks to Edgar Aaron. It was fortunate you were here to stop. Farewell. I watch them day by day, their foolish, meddling scampering to separate one piece of earth from a slightly different piece of earth. They know that the land will endure, will heal any wounds mortals can inflict. But I worry that these wounds may be long to heal. I cannot act. I am bound by our beliefs. But an agent of change could cauterize these wounds by making the century plants bloom.
What are century plants here? What?
Oh, I cannot make them bloom, not now. When the time is right, one Fey whisper will do. You mortals are not bound as we are. You can grow such things out of season.
And what's this going to accomplish exactly?
You wouldn't know with these little mortals here, but these lands are a Fey place, and Fey places need refreshing from time to time. The blooming of the century plants is the fastest road of recovery.
And why did the land need
The
recovering?
century plants have deep ties to the pulse and marrow of the land. Their breath wakens the desert, causes the rocks to stir and grow.
So, what would you have me do then?
A friend of the sands. You'll do what needs doing. You will need petrichor. Here's a skinful I have gathered. But first, you must ready the plant with fire. Only after fire will they drink the petrichor. There are 3 century plants in this land just now. Make all 3 bloom, and all will be well.
Okay. So we need to set fire to the plants, or hit them with fire, and then... That's not the quest I wanted to pursue. I actually wanted to pursue this one. And where are you guys at? We got one of you over here by Saltwater Caverns, one by Shadowthorn, and one by Cloudcrest. So let's do some fast traveling. Whoop! Yeah, this is actually a fairly straightforward and quick quest. Oh, depending on whether you're wanting to do fast traveling or not. If you don't fast travel, yeah, this place is a big old open wasteland with nothing in it, really. So it can take a while to get from point A to point B. Just do a thing and then go to the next point. Honestly, a little obnoxious if you ask me, but eh. Alright, there's one of them. And I kind of wish barrel cactus did that in real life. I mean, not to say that barrel cactus is like ugly plants or anything, but like, dude, that'd be cool if they just like opened up, like. And actually, well, I don't know, the whole opening up thing might throw a wrench into what I'm about to say. I'm about to say, like, cactus's flowering isn't actually that unusual. There is, of course, the wondrous prickly pear and saguaro flowers and doing stuff and stuff like that. That, yeah, it's like a lot more, you know, going on with them than you'd think. Like, oh, you're just out in the desert and there's cactuses, but you know, like none of them bloom quite like that, and that is kind of an awesome blooming right there. Or is that just me? I don't know. Anyway, flower 2, set fire, investigate, let it bloom. And then, yeah, the last one's in this section here. Why did I zoom the map out? I didn't want to do that, actually. Oh, hey, we missed some stuff over here. I mean, just some ingredients and more ingredients. Okay, we didn't really miss much then, it looks like, but oh well. And bloom number 3. There we go, with all 3 of them in bloom. Let's do as much of the fast travel back to this dude, so that we can turn in that quest. And then let's take a look into this whole mining operation we seem to have inherited by killing a dude. I thought I got that treasure chest. Yeah, we need to take care of that really quickly then. I mean, not much inside of it, really. A talisman that grants bonus to might abilities. I suppose if you're doing a multi-class build, that could be useful, but we are not right now, so we're going to just ignore that and put it into drunk. Alright, anyway. Onwards to the Fey dude up there. Boy, it'd be really great if I remembered his name. Oh well.
Your eyes may not see the natural decay, but I assure you, it is there. The little meddlers may do their worst. The Hollowlands will endure it and mend the wounds they make. For now, then.
Alright, and let's go ahead and adjust our quest here really quickly. And we'll take care of that in a moment. For the moment, there we go. Visit office, visit mine, and we can upgrade the office and the mine. So let's see about doing that. No, okay. So over by the office and the mine, respectively, the people it seems we need to talk to. So that's cool. Makes things easier, I suppose. So let's dump a bunch of money into our new house to prettify it up. It's kind of a dump right now.
Welcome. The Motus miners have told me all about you. I'm Vincent Helvar, Edgar Aaron's former assistant and facilities manager. I'll continue to run the mining office for you, if you'll allow it. Come and go as you please, the building is yours to use. And if it doesn't suit your tastes, with some spare coin, I can arrange for renovations.
Alright, let's upgrade the
If you
office.
have enough gold, I can clean this place up and furnish it with goods from across the land.
Heck
I'll
yeah.
get right to work. It'll look brand new before you know it.
And look at that. Nifty little gnome statue. Oh, and look! Item boxes have been replenished. I mean, none of that was really worth getting, but hey. You never know. Maybe one of the other item boxes. Oh, also we got a sagecraft altar. Oh, so we got a nice little bar. Hey, what's up, home slices? Who wants a drink? I actually have a bedroom with a proper bed. And of course, there's our stash still. Nothing else going on with it really beyond what we already had going on. Oh, hello. What's in the armoire? And Fey History, Nature. This enormous book is made up of several volumes. Now let's take a look at that. There you are. On the History and Nature of the Fey by Nemus Perigams. Introduction. When I was initially approached by the scholars of the Belisica to conduct a study of the creature commonly referred to in these lands as Fey, I was apprehensive. By what logic was I, an alchemical botanist, be charged with compiling a written record of the indigenous peoples of this land? Surely the basilisca's needs could better have been served by a cultural historian, an anatomist, or even a taxonomist. Little did I know that the insistence of the Basilisca stemmed from the fact that indeed a representative from each of these disciplines had been previously assigned the task of assembling the tome you now hold in your hands, and through no fault of their own, each of them failed in their own way. What is a Fey? If we cannot satisfy even this most base of questions, then the following pages can contribute nothing to the corpus of gnomish knowledge. We know that Fey are sentient race that dwells in the forests of Dalentarth and those of the Clurkin. We have also known that they seem to be divided into two tribes, for lack of a better term, that are somehow aligned or otherwise attuned to the seasons of summer and winter. Though Fey appear in distinct genders, these are apparently superficial, perhaps even elective, differences and have no impact on their reproduction or social responsibility. We also know that the Fey are not mortal. They are subject to some form of reincarnation, returning to life at some point after they die. In addition, Fey are intensely magical beings, more so than any other race encountered thus far by the gnomes. But there is more. We also know that there are creatures known as wild Fey, boggarts, sprites, and others which are somehow also related to the summer and winter Fey. There are rumors that at the time I am writing this introduction, that a new tribe of Fey has appeared in Alabastera, and are far more militant than either the summer or winter Fey, have even demonstrated themselves to be. If anything, these additional facts can answer our initial question, at least in part. A Fey is a magical being whose essence is as mutable as the whole of nature. Just as both the red rocks of Detcher and the steeps of the plains of Erethal are both part of one land, so too are many different creatures part of the one collective that we refer to as Fey. Physiologically, not much is known about the Fey. Even after years of study, I do not know that Fey anatomy, though it bears some resemblance to our own, is perhaps more similar to that of a plant, which I presume is why the Belisica even eventually concluded a botanist would be more useful to conduct such a study. How and why such anatomical features were combined remains a mystery, Indeed, almost everything about the Fae remains a mystery, but I can only imagine that magic plays a strong role in their bodily functions. Socially, the Fae are bedeviling. They are as capable of living alone in the wild, no better than a common beast, as they are of complex social interaction. Rumors persist that the Fae have a city or something like that hidden in the primordial forest of Dalentarth, though few have ever seen it from what reports I can verify. It seems that the Summer Fae have some authoritative body which goes by the name of the Court of Summer. This is apparently ruled over by a High King, but they pay no taxes or tithes, swear no fealties, nor fight in wars. For what purpose, then, does this centralization of power exist? Like so many things, a Fae will only tell you that it exists because it does, and that it always has. Could such an institution really be so eternal? Could such titles and rituals have meaning without substance? It seems more likely that the Fae are playing at having a society than actually having one. We can say with some certainty that the Fae are an old race, older than many others by far. In rare cases where we can find datable Arathi and Fae ruins, we can successfully establish that both originated around the same time. This can be difficult to prove since Fae tend to construct with plant matter, which has a habit of decaying, but though the evidence is circumstantial, it is enough to conclude that the Fae are perhaps the oldest living things in Amalur. But seeking to learn about the course of that history is about as satisfying as interviewing a tree on the accomplishments of its life. For though a Fae might live 100 years, it does so frozen in place. When asked, a Fae might answer that some uncertainty about the events that transpired. In truth, those 100 years are to a Fae a series of repetitions, of cycles that are repeated since time began and will repeat until time ends. As this book will show, a Fae will tell you that everything repeats, and though empirical evidence proves otherwise, they are partly right. For a Fae, nothing ever changes. Interesting. Getting all kinds of lore here. That's kind of nice. And we got a guest bedroom here, apparently. Anything in the dresser? Yeah, just more useless clothes that aren't even going to sell for much. Oh well. So now that we've done that... hey, you're still here. So let's go talk to this other guy. Since you're over by the mine...
If there's money to be made.
I presume you can do something to make the mine better?
Hail, friend. The gnomes at Modus Mining mentioned you'd be opening a mining site here. That's all well and good, but I can help you make the most of it. For a small sum, I'll renovate this mine for you, make it bigger. In the long run, you'll earn more money out of it. What do you say?
Sure, why not?
If you give me the gold, I can start clearing out one of the collapsed passages in the mine.
Alright, let's do this.
I'll start cleaning out the passage right away. Who knows what we'll uncover in there?
Alright, and similar to with the house upgrades, when you do the mine upgrades, you are then popped into the mine. Oh. Oh dear, it seems we found giant rats. Why are you still alive? That was unpleasant. I wasn't expecting giant rats. And yet, and like the house, all of the treasures do respawn. So we can come in here, loot stuff, see if there's anything useful. And so far, I mean, alchemic ingredients aren't not useful, but not anything super great here. Some magical armor for that doesn't work with my build, and it's something.
Before I came here, I'd never seen such a fey-ridden place.
The Hollowlands are a harsh place to earn a living, but we made do.
Ow. Okay, why are there bear traps in my mine? I did not approve of this. Alright. Ooh. You lose the +1 to sorcery abilities, but that is a boost of 21 points. And I could socket some stuff into it. I'm going to take a look at that. Yeah, now we're good. I mean, do I have any gems that I could put into there? Actually, I do. I think they're in my chest. So we'll take a look at that. We'll get back to the house after we upgrade it once again. I'm not falling for that again. Alright, so let's get out of here. We'll upgrade the house again, then go take a look around it, including seeing if we have any gems inside our chest. And yeah, the miners don't really have much in the way of conversational material. You know, they go, they do their digging and stuff, and then, you know, they finish their day's work.
I can't believe old Edgar had been causing all this trouble in the area. People died on account of him. Sad.
I'd like to upgrade my office.
With a bit more gold, we can improve the facilities even more.
Alright, let's do
Let's
this.
get to work. Oh, you'll love it.
And what's been improved? Oh, we do have the Sagecraft altar, but I'll take a look at that in a moment. Oh, hey, we got a whole new room here. Ah, blacksmithing forge, very nice. It makes sense for the mining office to have that, I think. Hexweave hand wraps, nope. Alright, no, take. Bleeding resistance. Okay. Yeah, no, none of those are particularly useful gems that I could slot into this armor. So we'll just not keep what we got going so far. Sounds good to me. Oh yeah, if we want to change our appearance. Also, I kind of like that it shows there with your actually thinking about it, did show in the introduction with your equipment, as your equipment was, you know, trash and ruined tunic and all that. So, no, Gnomish history this time will be what the lore dump is going to be. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Gnomish history by Crinius. Part 1, Introduction. The history of the gnomes is a long and prodigious one. Ours is the record of knowledge and might itself, through our three pillars of scholars, praetorians, and templars. We have built an impressive and far-reaching society of success and accomplishment. Our enduring dedication to the progress and the improvement of all civilization is a boon to all the other citizens of Amalur, and our generous contribution to the amicable relations between other kingdoms and governments has cemented the gnomish people as a valuable ally in any situation. Indeed, were it not for our achievements in the study of magic and alchemy, many advances would not have been made in the pursuit of greater understanding and learning of Amalur itself. That's a much shorter book, and sounds very much like, gnomes, yeah, are kind of high on themselves. I mean, admittedly, with the way they have things set up in this world, the gnomes have good reason to be, mind you, but still, gnomes are a little high on themselves. Alright, let's upgrade this place once more.
Splunking. I've kept things pristine here at home. For a tad bit more gold, I can add on another room for more storage space and furnishings that'll make an emperor drool.
Okay.
It'll be ready in no time. When we're done, you'll own the finest building in all the Hollowlands.
We've got our blacksmith forge, our jewel craft stand. Oh, hello. I think I found a new room, which has, aha, some star thistle growing. And this extra room really wasn't worth much, was it? Now let's go see if anything changed upstairs. I doubt it considering the way he described what he was going to do to upgrade this place, but you never know. Aha! And a mercantile skill book. So now we'll go put that in the storage, in the stash for the moment. And where they are. Oh yeah, Canrock Gossamer. Reminds me, I stopped by the other house. Since we get a supply of that every time, or every couple of in-game days. And then place that. So now we got 2 skill books. Mercantile and Sagecraft. Oh, whoops. One more room up here that we forgot to look at. Everything else seems to have stayed the same, so I doubt much has changed in here. And I was right. But there is a dresser that we can loot for clothing that's not going to actually sell for any actual amount of money. Whatever. And let's see. Okay, now we can only upgrade the mine, I suppose. So let's do that then.
Hail, adventurer. I can't believe Edgar put the miners through that. He was always about taking the fight back to the competition, but I didn't think he meant to take their lives. There's no excuse for it. Motus's business practices aside, he had no right. Thank you for righting his transgressions.
Okay, I'll call them transgressions. Anyway, let's upgrade the mine, dude.
For another bit of gold, I can clear out the next section of the mine.
Alright, let's do it.
We'll have this place running at full capacity in no time.
Alright. Yeah. Was that spot always there? Alright, so we got this door here. What's behind this door?
Sure, what's more dangerous? The Fae out
And more miners with nothing interesting to say. And they all seem to be leaving. I guess work's over for the day. Let's see. +6 armor, and we lose the boost to mana and the sorcery bonuses. No, thank you. Let's see. 21 points. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, hey, that's +10 damage. That's an over 10% boost right there. Splits between ice and lightning. We lose that +70 to health, though. +70 to health is pretty nice. I'll have to take... Oh, my inventory's full. Actually, no. You know what we should get rid of? Because, yeah, 70 health. Yeah. That is a massive boon to the health we've got here. Yeah. Alright, cool. Nope. No, seriously. Who approved bear traps in my mine? That doesn't even make sense. Ooh. See, +3 defense. Nah. Oh, it's already dead, okay. I mean, I guess having the bear traps around because of giant rats, the bear traps might make sense. I still didn't approve this, though. I mean, then again, I just kind of gave the guy money and said, like, hey, make the mine better. So, maybe I indirectly did. And I was making my life exploring this mine more difficult, though, so I don't really approve of it in retrospect. No. Alright, well, let's get out of this mine, and then I think we can upgrade it once more. Yep, once more. Bring it to full capacity, get the most of our money out of it. And, I mean, you know, money is clearly something we need so much of right now in this game. Are you guys, you're not allowed to leave or something? You just have to stand looking depressed by the entrance, I guess?
Hey, boss. Do you need me to do any work on the mine?
Yes. Upgrade the mine once more.
A little more gold and we can open up the last section of the mine.
Alright, let's do it.
This will be about all we can extend the mine. We've run out of room in the cavern.
So let's see. Yeah. Of course, it's considered a different map each time, so I can't actually see the full extent of the mine just looking at the map.
Always bring headwear, lest the sun burn you down.
Be careful out there in the sands.
Oh no, that is not good at all. Alright, since we have no... Oh, okay, I figured that was going to be what the next quest I was going to do anyway was. So, okay, that works. And then we have this Chamber of the Mines. Heart pins. What are these? Daggers? A play on words on hat pins. These daggers were concealed in the elegant coiffure of the famed Dalkafar rogue and femme fatale Moed Sari. Cool. Take that, thank you. And then, okay. So we've got an extra tunnel going this way, and then the other one that was still there, I guess. Interesting. Nah. Giant spiders, really? How are you still alive back there? Oh, and actually it looks like it completes a loop. That's cool. Come at me, brah. That was way more fun than it had any right to be. I fully admit that. That was interesting. That was way too entertaining. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm not too upset about the bear traps being included in my mine here. I just need to be careful and keep my eyes open for them, you know? Wow, this is going pretty deep in here. Then again, we can... Oh, whoa. How much of this has been above ground? Well... Yeah, how much of this mine has been above ground? Oh, weird. Yeah, whatever. Oh, joy. Ow. No, it's okay. Bear trap's okay with me. That was my fault. I should have been paying attention and all that. So, like, part of our mine is above ground. It's still... Oh, then again, there is, what is it, strip mine? Is that what they call it? And usually strip mines are just, from my understanding, giant holes in the ground. They're not so structured as this. So I don't know if that's really the right word here. But it's the type of mine that isn't fully underground. So I guess it's still... So I guess... That's a thing that can happen? I have no idea. I'm thinking way too hard about this, aren't I? Alright, and then we'll make our way out of the mine here. Okay, let's say there's a jump point on the map. Hopefully that's... Yeah, okay. We are at the high ground. Alright, so we're in a pretty fancy mine here, it looks like. And we had to invest some money into it, but, like, what, 10% of our net cash we're carrying on hand? I mean, I suppose once you start counting, like, the rare equipment we have in storage and our clothing and all of that, we're probably worth, like, shit, like, lots of money, man. Like, holy shit. Man, we rich. We're rich, and we're not even that... We're barely, like, halfway through the game. Well, halfway to the level cap. But, yeah, the game as a whole, we're... Actually, okay, yeah, we are actually about halfway through the game, I guess, huh?
We've expanded the facilities as much as we can, I'm afraid. But look at how far it's come. It's quite a sight, eh? Truly a marvel of modern architecture, if I do say so myself.
Well, someone has a high opinion of themselves.
Sorry, boss. We haven't yet sold off what we've produced. Check back later and I'll have your money.
Okay.
Take care, my friend.
It's not like I'm exactly short on cash here, so that works for me. Alright, so let's... Actually, there's three other dungeons, but one of them is part of a quest, so we'll save that for last. There's 2 other dungeons we have not seen here, and they don't have any function or purpose. They're more like there to be there and kind of give the world some extra texture and flavor, you know? I mean, it's a mining town, so clearly there should be mines around that you can go exploring, right? And thus there are. Fortunately, none of them are warp or quick travel spots, or nor are they really terribly near any quick travel spot. Well, I guess one that's less like it's actually near it, more like in the grand scheme of this place is just ridiculously huge. It's, you know, easier to quick travel to somewhere and then walk there than to get there from most other spots. Ish. Yeah, I don't know. So is that what mining actually looks like when it's being done? I have no idea, man. And so yes, this is... which one is this? Canyon Hill Mine. Which actually both these are the same as far as the level scaling. They're actually the same as the Air and Excavation Mine, being scaled between 10 to 25. So they'll of course be level 23, which we're at right now. And yeah, another one where we've got like a pretty big open air area in the mine. Oh, and we have land cheese, okay. Come on. Get out of that spot so I can hit you. Now, it wasn't quite how that was supposed to go, but it's dead. Good enough job done. Disciple's Scepter. Actually, I need to take a look at the scepter. The Luxurious. Slow speed. Looks like a great sword. An heirloom of a noble Almain clan until it was lost by its owner in the early battles of the Phalanx War. Okay. Cavalier's Hood. Yep, it's Finesse Hood. And then let's take a look here. Ooh, that is actually quite a big boost. It's 11 points. Oh, and it also boosts mana. And yes, I realize I haven't really shown much with doing the scepters, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of them as weapons. Buckler of Isotunation. That does me no good. I don't use bucklers. I ain't no buckler wielding finesse warrior, or finesse fighter, or finesse warrior, or finesse mage for that matter. Yeah. Huh. And Gauntlets of Helios. Received after a vigil and vision at a Helios shrine by Beryl Diata, a hero and a martyr for the early defense of Ethereal in the Phalanx War. Nifty. Crude Sylvanite Greatsword. Another master steeled curtain, huh? Yeah, it didn't even take an extra spot. I don't know why it was yelling at me about my inventory being full. Oh, sprites, okay. Alright, cool. Frozen Scepter. So how does the Frozen Scepter hold up to the Disciple Scepter? Oh, it actually beats it out. I might actually be incentivized to use scepters for a little bit. We've just gotten a couple that are, like, they're not that much weaker and they're actually faster. So they might be better damage overall kind of thing. What just happened? Something just, what? Did we just get stuck in here? If so, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Ah, there's the last one. Okay. I guess just my thing against scepters is the fact that I like the kind of combo-based combat and like actually stringing together moves and doing cool things like that, and the scepter doesn't really have much of that. Like, it does have the charge input, which if you hold it for a full charge can launch enemies, but that's the extent of it. And that has to be, I think it only does it on a full charge. Like a partial charge will not launch the enemy. Hood of the elixir. Can't even use that. Great. We already passed through here. I don't remember that noise before. Any were pointing there. Eh, whatever. Let's get out of this mine and we'll go to the next one. Maybe that one won't collapse around us. It's honestly, this place is kind of terrifying. Alright. So the other mine is over there, which is going to mean Cloud Crest is actually going to be our closest. I thought it was a different quick travel spot that would be closer, but no, it's apparently Cloud Crest. Go figure. Works out well, because after that mine, there's something else I want to take care of. Scorched Earth. Alright, anyway, I was gonna get this shrine here, which I think is that experience bonus. Experience bonus and status effect duration. Nifty. Yep, there it is. Duneshed Mines. Also, some Scarlet Flowstone. It's a stone you get to go at that flow state, you know what I mean? Like, dude. No. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Duneshade Mines. Duneshade? Duneshed? I try to pronounce that. And yeah, it's another short, really no point coming in here dungeon. This one is even less of a dungeon than the other one, honestly. Butcher's daggers, disciples' shoes. He's still not all that great. This one, there's actually like miners just standing around. They'll talk at you, say the same thing that all the other miners in this area say. They're kind of all boring and obnoxious.
It's amazing that the Fae can flourish in such a warm environment.
That all you guys talk about? That needing protection from the sun, like a head covering? I mean, especially on the second one, you're not wrong, but like, really? There isn't anything more, you know, and you're getting the Dear John letters from your wife in Odessa or something? I don't know. I feel like equipment drops might be scaled towards warriors. Or maybe it's based on your amount of time with certain skill distributions. I don't know, because it just seems like I find a lot of warrior equipment. And like I didn't feel like I found as much not warrior equipment while I was running that kind of build.
Hollowlands are a harsh place to live. We may do.
Nope. Ow, my inventory's maxed out again. Ugh.
The desert is as unforgiving as it is blistering.
Yeah, and so this mine, yeah, much less. Like, it still scales, like the other, or like Aaron's mine and the Canyon Hill mine we just went through. Levels 10 to 25, but there's... Well, I guess since that also factors into equipment scaling, I think, as far as what you can find. So I guess the fact that it does scale still counts for something. But it might also just be one of those, you have to have an area. The area has to scale to certain levels, because that's how areas are programmed in this game. I don't know. But with those two little pointless excursions into the mines taken care of, it's time to finish up the last thing we have to do out here. And kind of advance our central plot, in a way. I love doing that. Why can't I... Okay. Collision box on that bone was a little bit weird, it seems like. That's fine. I suppose I could have quick traveled here, it just occurred to me. Oh well. Time to enter the Saltwell Caverns and see if we can't find Fomorous Hues. Oh. So, where'd the meteor come from? Just curious. And again, we are at our inventory limit. Well, coming to the mine, the first thing we're attacked by, that happens, we're attacked by a bunch of Fairgorta. Doesn't seem like a good thing. Saltwell Lab Notes, Day 21. Laboratory facilities are in place, and the arid environment proves to be an excellent preserving agent for our specimens. This promises to be an excellent site to test my theories. I unleash Fomorous shared my enthusiasm. So Fomorous had an overly eager lab assistant, I guess. Killer's Scepter. I have to take a look at that. Nope, Frozen Scepter is still better. Alright. So let's venture deeper into these ruins, or these mines, whatever. Hopefully this isn't Fomorous. By all appearances, this gnome died some time ago, and in a rather brutal fashion. Clutched in his hands are a key and an old scrap of parchment. Alright, cool, we found a key. Oh, more zombies. Sometimes you don't need Scorched Earth, you just need to blow everything up. Oh, hey, we got a level up, cool. Too bad level up can't give me enhancements to carrying capacity. And yeah. Oh, by the way, Saltwell Mine, there are caverns. Scale 10 to 25. So we are now over leveled because they would have scaled to 23, what we entered at. Let's see. Oh, what the hell. Doesn't seem overly as useful as I thought it would be with that one, though. There we go. Still stuck as a sage. Oh well. 70% chance for shocking damage to propagate between enemies, increases Stormbolt damage by 60%. Alright, that's not overall lightning damage. However, this one is. All burning damage increased by 120%, and Mark of Flame is increased by 55%. And then duration of all freezing effects by 200%, and Ice Barrage damage by 55%. So we're doing pretty good, actually. Honestly, we're kind of starting to reach the point where I'm probably going to be dumping points into spells I'm not using before too many levels, because we've almost hit the maximum on anything that we're actually using here. I mean, these are all maxed out. These are all maxed out. All this stuff here. We'll figure out what we'll do when we reach that point. It's still a few levels away, but it is something that is approaching very quickly. Though honestly, by that point, we might end up being a finesse build. Who knows? Oh hey, emergency supply key. That seems like it'll be useful. Steal some of the emergency supplies or something. Sylvanite greatsword. Saltwell Lab notes day 142. The lenses are quick to attune to the subjects, and the reanimation was surprisingly simple, but none of my subjects seem to retain any semblance of their mental state, or even any consciousness at all. Suspect the problem lies in the arcane current. I'm simply not using enough power to transfer the mind along with the body. Fomorus has voiced too many concerns with the project to be of use. I've already informed the Templar. With any luck, Fomorus will be shipped off somewhere, and I can delve further into my work unimpeded. And thus, he went down the path of darkness, going to places that I'm guessing one of the zombies tripped that trap. Alright then. Yes, going to dark places that perhaps man was not, or gnome was not meant to go. It doesn't have the same ring to it. It really doesn't. You guys okay? I look like it might have hurt. Gold talisman. Ooh. 6 points. And I can put some stuff into it. Yeah, sure, let's equip it. Prismere dust. Wait, what? No, remove from junk. That was supposed to be the button to equip that, not put it into junk. Try this again. That's about the same to me. Alright. Oh, hey, another tome, it looks like. Let's see how much worse things get. Saltwell Labs, day 233. My backers have finally agreed to my request and provided a piece of cistern or prismere. I can't imagine what they paid for this, or to whom, but the results will surely be worth the bargain. With this, I should have more than enough power for a complete transfer. If anything, there may be too much power. Must remember to stay shielded on the observation deck. That feels like, you know, this is going to be enough power. Maybe too much. That is not a moment for, okay, just make sure better safety precautions. That's a moment, maybe you shouldn't be doing that if you're worried you're using too much power. You know, you run 400 volts AC to 120 volt motor, things are gonna get crazy. Entertaining, but crazy. Hi, zombies. Oh, fuck, that didn't work right. Because, yes, that's an incinerator that you can trigger. There's also spike traps there. Nope. Nope, nothing in those. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. There's nothing over here. I just did all that work for nothing. Also, if you leave the incinerator engaged, those flames will hurt you. Don't step on them. I learned that the hard way. They will hurt you a lot. Oh, where the heck do you guys come from? Come on. Lurch your way over here, undead punk. Alright. You know my automatic shields will kill you. That works too. Honestly, I didn't really have much of a plan, so that actually worked out quite well. Just a bed in the middle of this cave. Sure, why not? Tempered Talisman. Ooh. That is a 24-point boost to armor. Yes, please. Equip that. And another door open. A lot of doors in this place. Oh, I'm guessing Ferragorta. Screw it, I don't feel like fighting. Scorched Earth. Still not sure where those meters are coming from while we're here in a cave, but I suppose it doesn't behoove me to ask questions about that, does it? Oh wait, our inventory's full. Starting to, well, actually no, with those notes I'm starting to worry if Fomor Hughes isn't going to be here. Ooh. What the heck is this magical mad science nonsense we wandered into? Any research notes near here?
Have I been down here so long? Is the madness so great that I see the faces of the damned before me? Or is it really you? It is! By the tome! Come closer. Let me look at you. It has been an eternity since I've seen a trusted face.
I'm here to help you, buddy.
Are you? In many ways, your awakening has brought me nothing but misery. But that is not your fault. I am to blame for all of it. Wait. Do you hear that sound? It could be the Sons of Laz, but it could be someone else.
Okay. So, oh, holy shit, there's a lot of you. All of you. Nope, okay, you're still moving, so clearly you aren't dead yet. Alright. Everybody's dead? Everybody's dead. Cool. Yeah, that was a little too many dudes for me to want to deal with, like, without just hitting the win button here. But, oh god, there's more of you. You know what? Screw it. Scorched Earth. Oh god, some of you are still alive. What? Okay. Yeah, so what have you been up to, Hughes? Just like a legion, a whole fucking army of assassins just tried to kill you. What you been up to lately, Holmes Slice? I'm gonna steal your stuff, by the way. But yeah, that's worth saving your life from those dudes.
The last we spoke, it was the Tuatha that reduced my lab to cinders. Now it's assassins. Everywhere I go, destruction follows. I've grown so weary of it, my friend. All I ever wanted was to unlock death's secrets, to shed light on the shadows. I never wanted this. Thank you. For more than just your protection. For being the one good thing to come of this disaster. I have few friends, but I gladly count you among them.
What about Octinio? He's kind of looking for you. What do you think of him?
Trust him with my life, which is why I've been trying to contact him since I fled Alistar, but to no avail. Where is he now that I need him most? Wait. Of course. He is the one I trust most, and the one who would benefit most from my death. I am a fool! Octien is behind the assassins. And now that you and I are together, he will try to kill us both. Why did I not see this before? If he could repair the Well of Souls in Alistar, then he has no need of me. Not if he has Ventrinio.
Who?
Ventrinio de Cellini. We used to work together, in this lab, on projects sponsored by Templar Octien. But when we were tasked with creating the well, Ventrinio sought to use any means at our disposal, regardless of the implications or consequences. Eventually, he was taken away, and I was sent to work at Alistar. But it seems he continued his work here, long enough to create those monsters.
Is that what the Sons of Laz are?
They are the animated dead. Early experiments in the field of immortality. They will forever haunt these cursed caverns. Ventrinio named them after a mythical figure who rose from the dead. He looked on them and saw potential. I see only abominations.
Can you get me to Alabastra? That might be... I feel like you're in a tough situation. Maybe I shouldn't ask for help, but I kind of need some help, buddy.
No, not me. But Ventrinio's old notes suggest that he may know a way into Alabastra. I wonder, perhaps, is it possible that you have met Ventrinio already? That would explain it. You were attuned to his well, but raised from mine. Unfortunately, the only way to find Ventrinio is to go through Templar Octien, which will not be easy now that we know of his treachery.
So you're gonna talk to us?
Never. The only voice he wishes to hear is his own. We cannot deal with Octien within the boundaries of Edessa. Not alone. There is one who has the power to discredit him. Templar Joriel. She is reputed for her wisdom and strength of character. And as I recall, she and Octien do not exactly see eye to eye on matters of policy.
So how can we get her to help us?
If Joriel can make Octien answer for his crimes, then we will gain access to his information. That includes the location of Ventrinio's lab. If you wish to uncover the mystery of your death, then you will need Ventrinio. He is the key to Alabastra. Find Templar Joriel in Edessa. We don't have much evidence, but I have a feeling she will help us.
Okay. So I guess we've got our marching orders. But honestly, Odessa's a bit of a distance away, and this video's been going for quite a while as it is. So I think once we get out of this mine, we will go ahead and call it a day. So thankfully, this is, I think, like most dungeons, and kind of just, loops back around on itself. And oh look, more of the White Palm Assassin. Booyah. Alright. So I suppose that's the end of the journey for today. Tune in next time where, well, Odessa is a bit of a distance away. We've got a couple of regions to get to between here and there. So we'll probably get that taken care of. Either way, though, until then, as always, later, folks.